Kanye West's latest controversy. Is he still a genius or out of control? Kanye West, one of the most influential and polarizing figures in modern music, fashion, and culture, has spent much of his career walking a fine line between genius and chaos. His creativity has earned him global acclaim, from his groundbreaking music to his innovative designs with Yeezy. But his erratic behavior has repeatedly drawn public scrutiny. Most recently, Kanye's controversial statements and actions have once again left people questioning, is he still a visionary genius or spiraling out of control? A legacy of innovation. Before diving into the latest controversy, it's essential to understand Kanye West's undeniable genius. His journey from a Chicago producer to a world-renowned rapper and designer is nothing short of extraordinary. West broke into the music scene as a producer for Rockefeller Records, crafting beats for artists like Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. However, it was his 2004 debut album, The College Dropout, that cemented his status as a creative force. West didn't just stick to one formula. He evolved. Albums like Late Registration, Graduation, and 808s and Heartbreak shifted the landscape of hip-hop. His 2010 release, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, is often hailed as one of the greatest albums of all time, blending rap, electronic, and orchestral sounds in a way that had never been done before. Kanye wasn't afraid to experiment, to push boundaries, and to reimagine what hip-hop could be. Similarly, his foray into fashion with the Yeezy brand reshaped the sneaker industry. His partnership with Adidas and his eye for design made Yeezy sneakers some of the most sought-after and influential shoes globally. He didn't just design clothing. He created a lifestyle brand that resonated with both streetwear aficionados and high-fashion enthusiasts. The genius on the brink? Yet, as much as Kanye's work demonstrates brilliance, his personal life and public outbursts have consistently raised questions about his mental health and self-control. Over the years, West's rants, erratic tweets, and bold political statements have overshadowed his creative output. His 2020 presidential bid, fueled by cryptic speeches and a disorganized campaign, led many to wonder whether his genius was starting to unravel. One of Kanye's most talked-about controversies involves his support for Donald Trump, which alienated a significant portion of his fan base. His 2018 visit to the White House, where he donned a Make America Great Again hat and delivered an unfiltered, stream-of-consciousness speech, shocked many who had once admired him for his artistry and social awareness. This period also marked the beginning of Kanye speaking openly about his struggles with bipolar disorder, a condition that he has claimed influences his behavior. In interviews, he has admitted that his manic episodes sometimes push him to make decisions that come across as erratic or impulsive. The latest controversy: has Kanye gone too far? In recent years, Kanye's public persona has become even more unpredictable. His divorce from reality TV star Kim Kardashian, his controversial Donda album release events, and his relentless attacks on social media have kept him in the headlines. However, his latest controversy has raised even more eyebrows, forcing fans and critics to ask once again, is Kanye still a genius, or is he spiraling out of control? The latest incident involves an unfiltered interview where Kanye delved into several explosive topics, including his views on politics, race, and even some of his past collaborators. While West is known for speaking his mind, the tone and content of this interview were different. Many felt that his remarks crossed the line, pushing some of his fans to reevaluate their support for the artist. Moreover, his persistent use of social media as a platform to vent, challenge, and criticize those who disagree with him has led to further backlash. His posts have become increasingly incoherent, making it difficult to discern whether he's making a legitimate point or simply ranting. Kanye's refusal to apologize or walk back some of his most incendiary comments has only made the situation worse, alienating more fans, collaborators, and supporters. Genius or out of control? The debate over whether Kanye West is still a genius or if he's simply out of control hinges on two key questions. How do we separate the artist from the art? And how do we define genius in the first place? It's hard to deny that Kanye is still capable of brilliance. his influence in music and fashion remains undeniable, and his fans argue that his innovative approach is what makes him great. For many, Kanye's willingness to speak his mind and challenge societal norms is what sets him apart from other celebrities. They see his controversies not as signs of a man unraveling, but as a natural extension of his boundary-pushing genius. However, critics argue that Kanye's recent behavior goes beyond mere eccentricity. They suggest that his actions are becoming increasingly harmful, not just to his career, but to those around him. His public feuds, erratic statements, and aggressive social media presence have overshadowed his artistic contributions. Some have called for him to take a step back from the spotlight and seek help for his mental health issues. The verdict: a complex legacy. So is Kanye West still a genius, or is he out of control? The answer, perhaps, lies somewhere in between. Kanye is undoubtedly a creative mastermind, a visionary who has changed the course of music and fashion. His contributions to culture are immense, and his influence will likely be felt for generations to come. But at the same time, Kanye's recent controversies point to a man struggling with his demons. His genius may not be in question, but his ability to control how that genius manifests is. Whether Kanye can continue to thrive artistically while navigating his struggles remains to be seen. In the end, Kanye West may be both a genius and out of control. His complexity, unpredictability, and willingness to challenge norms have always been a part of his appeal. However, as his actions become more controversial and his outbursts more frequent, the question of where to draw the line between genius and chaos becomes harder to ignore. And perhaps that very ambiguity is what makes Kanye West who he is, a flawed but brilliant artist, constantly teetering on the edge. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.